Hello, welcome to Apocalypse Otaku. I am your host, Shar, and I am here to give you your anime voice actor birthdays, your adult swim schedule, and some more MCU news. This has to do with Charlie Cox and his Daredevil character in the MCU. So, you might want to stick around. As far as anime voice actor birthdays today, unfortunately, there are none. So we're going to move on to the MCU news that has to do with Daredevil. This comes to me courtesy of Screen Rant. Apparently, Charlie Cox does not want to jeopardize Daredevil's MCU chances. Actor Charlie Cox doesn't want to jeopardize Matt Murdock / Daredevil's MCU chances by discussing anything about the potential future appearances. Actor Charlie Cox says he doesn't want to jeopardize Daredevil's chances in the future of the MCU. Cox played Matt Murdock / Daredevil in the Netflix series Daredevil that ran for 3 seasons and was established as being set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Created by Stan Lee and Bill Everett in 1964, Daredevil has been a staple character for the Marvel brand ever since, crossing over mostly with fellow street level characters such as Spider-Man, Luke Cage, the Punisher, etc. The son of a boxer in Hell's Kitchen, New York, Matt Murdock was blinded at a young age by a toxic chemical that enhanced all his other senses, giving him a kind of radar sense that allowed him to see in a very different way. Trained by a mysterious ninja master named Stick, Matt grew up to become a lawyer by day and adopted the signature and costume and Daredevil moniker by night, fighting crime in his Hell's Kitchen neighborhood or anywhere else he was needed. The Netflix show drew heavily from The Man Without Fear comics by Frank Miller and John Romita Jr., as well as many of the storylines that laid the foundation of the character, particularly from the 80s era. Daredevil's main nemesis in season 1 was Kingpin, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, with more of his rogues gallery introduced later on in the series, including the anti-hero, the Punisher, as played by John Bernthal, and Bullseye, who appeared in the 3rd and final season. Another character that played a significant role in the show was Elektra, a romantic nemesis for Daredevil that continually re-enters his life. Cox also portrayed the character in the Defenders miniseries, which brought together characters from the other Marvel Netflix series to fight a larger threat. Of late, rumors have swirled that Cox would once again reprise the role of Matt Murdock, Daredevil, in Spider-Man No Way Home, but nothing has been confirmed. In fact, the rumors have mostly been denied. Speaking to Forbes, Cox reiterates his stance on the possibility of his MCU return, saying he doesn't want to jeopardize the future of the character in the MCU as they may be listening. He goes on to say how much he loves the passion from fans of his portrayal as Daredevil and speculates that maybe it will happen in the future. Here's what Cox had to say. Starting the quote here. My answer is no comment. I don't know what's going to happen. I genuinely don't know. If there was a chance of that happening in the future, I don't want to say anything that would potentially jeopardize those chances. The people high up at Marvel, maybe they see this stuff or they hear what I say or blah blah blah. Maybe that influences it. I don't know. I have no idea. I love how passionate the fans are, and I feel very, very touched that so many of them have gone online and made their voices heard about their desire for me to come back, and maybe in the future that might happen, and that would be great. Who knows? We'll see. End quote. Cox went on to say that fan support means a great deal to him and talked about the pressure of portraying the character when they were shooting the show initially. He says playing Daredevil made him realize how important the character was to so many people and how important it was to get it right. I knew I just had one shot and I wanted to get that right. There's no way of guaranteeing that, said the character. Cox is currently starring in the AMC original series Ken alongside Aidan Gillen and Claire Dune. Daredevil was one of the most popular of Marvel's Netflix shows and built a solid stable of MCU characters that could easily transition into a theatrical side. Cox embodied Murdock, Daredevil, with ease, bringing to life not only the persona, but also the physicality, which is exceptional for a character like Daredevil. Much has been speculated about what Marvel Studios should or could do with these characters that began on Netflix, including Daredevil, Jessica Jones, The Punisher, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. But no solid news has been announced on how they will proceed. Of all the characters that should make the leap, however, Daredevil is at the top, especially with 3 seasons of the masterfully orchestrated story to build from, and a stable of colorful characters to explore. Hopefully, Marvel is indeed listening. Yeah, I have to agree with them. Daredevil would be a good person to add to Spider-Man No Way Home, or you know at least um, Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. But now we're going to dive right into the Adult Swim for Thursday, October the 7th. At 9 o'clock, we have Bob's Burgers. 10 o'clock, American Dad. 11:30, Rick and Morty. Midnight, we have Robot Chicken. At 12:30, Teenage Euthanasia. At 1 a.m. is Venture Brothers. 1:30 is Bob's Burgers. 2:30, Rick and Morty. 3:30, Teenage Euthanasia. 3:30 is going to be the Venture Brothers. 4 a.m. Tim and Eric's Bedtime Stories. 4:30 Robot Chicken. Or 45 Robot Chicken again. At 5 a.m. it's going to be Naruto Shippuden. And if you're still awake at 5:30 in the morning, you get to round out your night with Samurai Jack. And if you guys are not subscribed, please go ahead and do that now. Hit that subscription button, ring that bell, give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and also share us with people who like anime, the MCU, or both. And on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video.